भेट्छु त्यहाँ
Sister Deepa, Principal of FMW. Sister Nina, in the absence of the Principal, the Superior of Durgu. Sister Amrita, the Principal of St. Mary's Daughter. Sister Jyoti, the Superior of... It is the first ever FMW National Students Meet, and we are indeed proud and privileged to host it in Biratnagar. I am sure that we all have a fruitful and enjoyable time together. Thereby, we can strengthen the bond and cherish the practice of the core virtues of our founders, Venerable Mary Ward, so that this group can become vibrant and make a huge difference in our personal life and in the lives of others. We are indeed blessed to have a beautiful person and a daring person like Mary Ward in our midst. We all can be Mary Ward in our own places, wherever we are. Whether it be in our home, our school, in our working area. So I wish you a blessed time with us in St. Mary's. Thank you.
यहाँ उपस्थित हुनुहुने आदरणीय व्यक्तित्वहरूलाई म हार्दिक नमस्कार गर्न चाहन्छु। Regional Superior Sister Vinitaज्यू, St. Mary's Jaulakhel, St. Mary's Gorkha, St. Mary's Pokhara, St. Mary's Lubu बाट आउनुहुने सम्पूर्ण प्रधान अध्यापक सिस्टरज्यूहरू, आदरणीय प्रधान अध्यापक सिस्टर मार्डेनज्यू, व्यवस्थापक सिस्टर भिनाज्यू, साथै आजको हाम्रो यस उद्घाटन समारोहमा हाम्रो निमन्त्रणालाई स्वीकार गरेर पाल्नुहुने यसै वडाका वडा अध्यक्ष श्री कुमार पोखरेलज्यू, त्यसै एनजिओ मोरङ र एबिसी नेपालको अध्यक्ष श्री विष्णु गौतमज्यू, त्यसै ह्युमन राइट्स प्रदेश नम्बर 1 अध्यक्ष श्री सोमराज थापाज्यू, त्यसै फर्मर डिन अफ म्यानेजमेन्ट डिपार्टमेन्ट पूर्वाञ्चल युनिभर्सिटी श्री विष्णु थपलियाज्यू लगायत हाम्रा शुभचिन्तक अभिभावकज्यूहरू, साथै सामाजिक विकास मन्त्रालयबाट श्री गोपाल प्रसाद दाहालज्यू, त्यसै व्यवस्थापन कमिटी श्री शङ्कर कार्कीज्यू, दीप्ति राठौरज्यू, यहाँ साथै शिक्षक साथीहरू र विद्यार्थी नानीहरूमा पुनः म सेवारो भन्न चाहन्छु। म कार्यक्रमलाई हाम्रो औपचारिक कार्यक्रम केही समयपछि सुरु हुन लागिरहेछ। म मिस मीनालाई हाम्रा आज हाम्रो अतिथिज्यूहरूलाई यहाँ खादाले स्वागत गरिदिनु हुनको लागि म अनुरोध गर्दछु। मीना मिस, वडा नम्बर 2 का वडा अध्यक्ष श्री कुमार पोखरेलज्यू, हाम्रो विशेष अतिथि हुनुहुन्छ एनजिओ मोरङ एबिसी नेपाल अध्यक्ष श्री विष्णु गौतमज्यू, शर्मा तर मैले गौतम लेखेको रहेछु। ह्युमन राइट्स प्रोभिन्स नम्बर 1 चेयरपर्सन श्री सोमराज थापाज्यू, सामाजिक विकास मन्त्रालयबाट श्री गोपाल प्रसाद दाहालज्यू, व्यवस्थापन कमिटी श्री शङ्कर कार्की, श्री दीप्ति राठौर, भर्खरै हाम्रो व्यवस्थापन कमिटीबाट हेड सर पनि आइसक्नु भएको छ, उहाँलाई पनि म स्वागत गर्दछु। उहाँ सेन्ट जोसेफ बिराटनगरको भाइस प्रिन्सिपल पनि हुनुहुन्छ। त्यसै हामीलाई अत्यन्तै सहयोग पुर्याउनुहुने हाम्रा आदरणीय शुभचिन्तक अभिभावकज्यूहरू, राकेश बस्ने, डाक्टर इकबाल अहमद, याम गुलामी, पुण्य भट्टराई, रीता बुढाथोकी, विमला कार्की जोहालाई पनि म न्यानो स्वागत गर्दै खादाले स्वागत गर्दै हुनको निम्ति अनुरोध गर्दछु। धन्यवाद।
Guests are God. We Nepalese believe that guests are equivalent to God. A warm and graceful morning to one and all present here. I, Mrs. Sneha Latagiri, Secretary of Biratnagar FMW unit, feels greatly honored and privileged to extend my cordial welcome to each one of you. Namely, Reverend Sister Jessie, the Regional Superior. Reverend Sister Vinita, the Regional Superior. Sorry, Sister. Mina Miss. Reverend Sister Jessie, the Principal of St. Mary's School, Pokhara, and an Education Coordinator. Reverend Sister Deepa CJ, the Principal of St. Mary's School, Kathmandu. Reverend Sister Neena, Superior of Jamsi Care Community. Reverend Sister Amrita, the Principal of St. Mary's School, Golka. Reverend Sister Jyoti, the Superior of Celsia Community. I think she is not here. Reverend Sister Marilyn, the Principal of St. Mary's School, Biratnagar. Special welcome to Sister Rufina, the Manager of St. Mary's School, Biratnagar. Welcome to Sister Antoinette, Sister Marina, and Sister Paul Rani. Our extremely attentive and devoted Mary Ward Movement family of teachers and students, and all the distinguished guests, welcome once again.
हाम्रो निमन्त्रणालाई स्वीकार गरेर शिक्षा महाशाखा विराटनगरबाट श्री कृष्ण भट्टराईज्यू आइसक्नु भएको छ। उहाँलाई पनि म खादाले स्वागत गरिदिनु हुन मिना मिस अनुरोध गर्दछु। शिक्षा महाशाखा श्री कृष्ण भट्टराईज्यू।
Thank you, Mina Miss. Dear all, your presence in St. Mary's Biratnagar is a blessing, and we all are very much delighted to have you all with us. This is the first FMW Students' National Meet, and we really feel proud and overjoyed to be the host school, as we are extremely delighted to host this mega event in St. Mary's Biratnagar and be here to welcome you all. So now, the identity of our nation is our national flag, our culture, and our national anthem. Therefore, I request everyone to stand up for national anthem.
Bye.
past few years. The theme for this year is Together for a Better Tomorrow. This theme is linked with the general congregation theme, Co-Creating the Future, to which we can totally connect ourselves as FMW is a group of like-minded people working together, serving the society, of course, for a better tomorrow. Let me share with you about the FMW unit of students who have great vision towards developing the society. Though they are very small, but they say, Miss, a small helping hand can create difference and bring smile into millions of faces. My dear students, today, as you all are working in the path of venerable Mary-Ward values, surely you'll be the assets for tomorrow, for yourselves and for the society. So let's give them a big round of applause for their passion and dedication. And let me tell you that this beautiful message of helping and caring for others, keeping the needy in the first place, is something valuable that is taught by our dear sisters. So I call you all a real angels. Alright, now we have our auspicious lighting of the lamp ceremony, the beginning of a journey towards brilliance and reawakening. Light dispels darkness and symbolizes hope and knowledge. To begin with, may I cordially invite Reverend Sister Vinita CJ, the Regional Superior, to ignite the lamp. National Coordinator of Nepal, the very beautiful and vibrant Mrs. Jaya Subba, to light up the lamp. The spiritual animators of FMW units are the guiding light for each one of us. Just like Mary Ward guided us to the path and believed that women in time to come will do much. Dear sisters, you are taking us to the path of light and love. You are the heart of each unit, just like a heart of Mary Ward values, virtues and aura into each one of us. So may I request the principals, Reverend Sister Jessie CJ, to light up the lamp. Reverend Sister Deepa, Reverend Sister Nina, Reverend Sister Amrita, Reverend Sister Marilyn. Also I request Reverend Sister Rufina to join in as we spread more light. Your eyes admire the beautiful rangoli. The rangoli is created by our FMW students unit. So may I now invite all the presidents of each unit for lighting the lamps. Students unit to light
everyone meet. We are honored to have such a diverse and accomplished gathering, and we look forward to an inspiring and memorable time together. Nepal, as you know, nestled in the Himalayas, beautifully exemplifies unity in diversity. The country, with its mixture of ethnicities, language, and culture, showcases a harmonious blend. Amidst the stunning landscape, the people of Nepal share a collective spirit that goes beyond differences, creating a tapestry of resilience and identity. I invite you to join me in a moment of silence, contemplating the values that bind us together. Let our hearts resonate with the spirit of unity and recognizing the beauty in our diversity. As we embark on this prayer service, we find inspiration in the words that celebrate harmony, understanding, and love. Let us be grateful for the beautiful tapestry that we create together, acknowledging that unity is not found in our similarities, but in our acceptance of differences.
which means truth is God and all virtues follow truth. All are rooted in truth and there is nothing higher than the truth.
Not using your freedom as a cover up for the evil, but living as servants of God, which means, according to the Christian worldview, true freedom is not a matter of doing what you want to without restraint, but living as servants of God.
नहीं वेदन वैराणम राम्यन्ति ह कदाचन अवेरण च राम्यन्ति यशधर्म सनातन, which means never indeed is a hatred
pacified by a hatred. It is only pacified by a non-hatred. This is an eternal truth.
اللهم أتي نفسي تقواها وارزقها أنت خير من زكاها أنت وليها ومولاها, which means, O Allah, grant me the sense of pity and purify my soul as you are the best to purify it. You are its guardian and its protecting friend.
Isakay kaneniki, lukonda sabana, dotmania, angkau ronrita salimake, tukmala, yunmala obendatam, inma setna, sayadhana manmudani, angkangka khada kharika muchan, namnuma lotama muyangsa, bahu anuwag namlu, namma pamalini, alagni seva inamhango, which means, Dear Lord, bless us this day with gifts of cheerfulness and good humor, even in our struggles, in times of poor health, in moments of despair and confusion. Help us to be joyful and spread joy everywhere we go. Thank you, O God.
Now I request all of you to join your hands and close your eyes.
In the name of God, who has created all human beings, equal in right, duty, and dignity, and those who have called them to live together as brothers and sisters to fill the earth and make known the values of goodness, love, and peace. Indigenous people, in unity with other people of faith, implore your divine blessings and healing to help humanity. Gracious Creator, we lift our heart in gratitude for the loyal commitment of Mary Ward to equality among religions. Our spiritual thinking has lead us on the right path. Venerable Mother Mary Ward, we pray to you to guide us in each step of our life and bless us so that we can move ahead for the further practice. In your name we pray. Amen.
Of this unity into our daily lives. May we appreciate the beauty that diversity brings, finding strength in our shared values and memories. It is with great pleasure and reverence that we extend a cordial welcome to Sister Vinita CJ, our esteemed regional superior. Your presence enhances us with inspiration and guidance as we gather here today. We are privileged to have a leader of your wisdom and grace among us. I'd like to welcome Sister Vinita on the stage for the official declaration of our first National FMW meet. Your leadership is a source of strength for us, and we look forward to the insights you will share with us.
A very warm good morning and namaste to all of you. Reflecting on the theme, Together for a Better Tomorrow, I feel proud this morning to stand before you to announce the opening of Friends of Mid-Ward Students National Meet 2024. As we said, this is a historical moment in the annals of the CJ schools in Nepal, as it is the first event of this sort for the students' FMW national units. My dear students, we embark on a journey together for the coming 2 days to make ourselves future fit. The theme, Together for a Better Tomorrow, is not just a theme. It's a shared vision that unites the Mary Ward family all over the world. CJ General Congregation 2022 gave 5 key statements which have to be practically implemented wherever we are. The first key statement is co-creating the future. It becomes our responsibility to mold you young ones to fit into the future world. Our vision is to have citizens who will have right relationship with oneself, each other, creation, and above all, our God. During this gathering, we celebrate the spirit of Mary Ward and the powerful bond that unites us as friends. In the coming days, let's reflect on the extraordinary life of Mary Ward and her early companions. Her first companions, Winfred Wigmore, Susanna Rookwood, Catherine Smith, Jane Brown, and Mary Pons, exemplified the profound value of friendship and togetherness. In the spirit of Mary Ward's vision, their unity became a driving force for positive change all over the world. Like a close-knit family, they stood together, navigating challenges and leaving an indelible mark on this world. Let us draw inspiration from their bond, recognizing that our shared journey, like theirs, is enriched by the strength of our friendships. May we too embrace the transformative power of togetherness as we embark on this collective endeavor for a better tomorrow. This gathering is not just an assembly of students, unique individuals. It's a convergence of minds dedicated to the principles of education, empowerment, and commitment. As we commence this event, let us be inspired by Mary Ward's legacy, a legacy that champions the transformative power of education and the courage to challenge the status quo. Today, we are not merely a group, we are a community bound by shared commitment to learning, growth, and support. In the words of Mary Ward, women in time to come will do much. Let this be a reminder that each one of us plays a crucial role in the shaping of the future. So let's forge ahead with enthusiasm and determination to make Mary Ward proud. Welcome to this incredible gathering of friends of Mary Ward, where education meets and we are together strive for a brighter and more empowered future. Let's together celebrate the strength of our friendship and the potential we hold collectively to make a positive impact in our country, Nepal. Together, let's weave a tapestry of memories, support, and shared aspirations that will shape a brighter future for all of us. Thank you, my dear students, for being a part of this journey with us. Cheers to the journey ahead. With this wish and prayer throbbing up in my heart, I declare the first FMW Students National Meet 2024 open.
Thank you, sister. A prayer dance is a beautiful art form, a spiritual journey expressed through graceful motion and meaningful gestures. It's a captivating display that reminds us of the profound link between body and spirit, creating a moment of beauty and tranquility for everyone who experiences it. Without any further delay, let us welcome the talented performers from St. Mary's Biratnagar to share their extraordinary talent and bring vibrant energy to the stage. Thank you friends for your performance. Attention everyone. As our meeting unfolds, we navigate sea of talents. Let's drop anchor for a brief interview. A tea break awaits, offering half an hour sanctuary to savor the sweet moments. Kindly return to the hall invigorated as our intellectual voyage resumes in 30 minutes. We'll meet at 10:45 again.
We are delighted to have two very eminent personalities among us. Reverend Sister Natalie, Reverend Sister Geraldine, Assistant of General Superior of Loreto, and along with them, Sister Flora and Sister Ganga from Dharan. So today we are very glad to have you among us in our FMW National Meet of Students 2024. A hearty welcome, dear sisters. Thank you, sisters. Spent 8 months overseas teaching in Europe and living in Loreto community in South Africa. Young teachers trained volunteers and carried on pastoral care of students, of whom among 90% lived away from home. She has taught in many of the Loreto schools in Australia and has a variety of experiences where she loved being a listening presence to many students and young people. She is now based in Rome in the leadership team of Loreto Sisters. Coming to Sister Geraldine, she is from Darjeeling and belonging to South Asian province. She was a student of Loreto Convent, Darjeeling and Loreto College, Kolkata, and joined the Loreto Sisters in 1911. She has taught in Loreto Asansol, Loreto Shillong, Loreto St. Teresa's School, Loreto Convent, Darjeeling. She was also the principal of Loreto Convent, Darjeeling. She has accompanied and trained young sisters for many years. She also lives in Rome and is part of leadership team of Loreto Sisters. So thank you so much, sister, for being present here today. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure to invite the beautiful artist from Mainwall School, Lubu. the stage.
Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us. Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us. Who is this woman? Where has she come from? What's he saying to us? Eyes fixed on hair, set on her gold, bearing her secrets beneath. How beautiful are the feet of those who brings the gospel of peace. Step up to the challenge, step up without fear. All will be well, for God is near. Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us. Who is this woman? Where is she going? Why is she traveling so far? Striding out, straight and strong, forcing her head to his head. Oh, take my hand and walk with me. Come and sing my song. Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us. Who is this woman? What is she thinking? What is leading her on? The strength of the Spirit, the love of our Lord. This is what keeps her going. How beautiful are the feet of those who brings the gospel of peace. Step up to the challenge, step up without fear. All will be well, for God is here. Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us. We are these women when we have courage to stand up for what we believe. Speaking the truth, trusting in God, acting for freedom and justice. Oh, take my hand and walk with me. Come and sing my song. How beautiful are the feet of those who brings the gospel of peace. Step up to the challenge, step up without fear. All will be well, for God is here. Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us on, Mary Ward. Lead us.
As we invite the splendid dancers from St. Mary's Jolly to grace the stage with their awe-inspiring moves.
another wise quote that goes, "Be diligent enough to rule out your vices, but not to hide them." Is a Chinese philosophical concept that describes opposite but interconnected forces. The yin and the yang represent the passive and the active forces surrounding the atmosphere that furnish a trail for self-discovery and acceptance. However, the human tendency to adhere to the idea of a perfect self-identity is what distinguishes them entirely from this theory. People often incline towards disguising their personalities in order to fit into their own trivial definition of idealness, and in doing so, they inherit the ability to become a shapeshifter. And vices are what carve hollow sculptures into emotionally intelligent humans. But today's society represses any form of eccentricity, and this culture has been cultivated in the minds of youths through conventions like social media. It's not just minds that have been brainwashed by this idea, but also nature that has been captured within the realms of sublimity. The moon also has her dark side, full of blemishes and scars, and she attempts to hide this feeling of woe by shining the brightest amongst the stars. The touch-me-not plant, a plant that heals wounds, crumbles at the sight of anyone trying to heal hers. Idea wholly may sound preposterous, but it's possible. We should start by writing down our virtues and vices, reflecting upon them, and along the way, appreciating our true selves, accepting not just your rights, but also your wrongs, not just your highs, but also your lows, not just what you think of yourself, but also what other people think of you, is the special key to the chess of life.
Let's give a warm welcome to the incredible voice from St. Mary's program. I'm sure that they will enthrall the audience with their sweet voice.
Sama
Now, gear up and brace yourself for a thought-provoking exploration and an enlightening session. Reverend Sister Renita will be unraveling the depths of Mary Ward's spirituality. Prepare yourself for an illuminating journey as you delve into profound insights.
This session is something we begin to know more about Mary Ward. When I came into this hall, I saw the theme is Know Mary Ward More. Most of you know Mary Ward's stories, but today we will just look into the milestones, the important part of Mary Ward's life journey, the important events in her life, and what we can learn more about. Sit down, children. So let us take a little moment, look back at the day, take a deep breath and relax a bit, because the events of the day might have left with various emotions and feelings. In the coming few minutes, maybe half an hour or so, what is your desire? Mary Ward's life was a life which is filled with journeys, and very often we try to speak about our own life. Life is a journey. So when I look at our foundress, what I see, it is a journey of inspiration. We don't have much time to explore in details about Mary Ward's life and all that she did in her lifetime. But today we will look at some important events in her life. All of us know she was born in, children, where was she born? Yorkshire in England. I don't want to speak more about this country because you will know it from the history. Where was she born, in which place? In Malway. And that is her own home, a part of her home which is still existing. And Mary Ward's parents' names were Ursula, right? And Marmaduke Ward. What about their parents? Why I want to speak about them? Very often what we inculcate within us, the virtues that is passed on from our parents. So Mary Ward also had parents who were very virtuous, and they suffered for their faith and their conviction. Marmaduke Ward was very specially, very charitable towards the poor. And what I like in him is his care for the children, and he kept away his children from all the sensual world, the temptations of the world, and in matters of purity he was strict. So what he did, those days they didn't have YouTube and internet, Google and everything. So he kept children, protected his children from sensual books. Those days libraries used to be more prevalent. So he kept these books away from his library so that children learn something good and they grow in purity. So in our world we are filled with this information, and very often sensual information, which is actually disturbing the minds of our children. When I asked most of the students in different schools, what is keeping you away from studies? Why are you failing in your examination? You know what was the reason they told me? What is your reason for not doing well in your studies? Say loudly. Gadgets, modern gadgets, especially mobile. The mobile world has taken over us. And what happens when you sleep with mobile, you wake up with mobile, and it is actually disturbing our sleep cycle. Even eyes are getting very weak, and children are not able to concentrate on her studies. And textbooks, it is beyond their reach. Every time it is mobile. And artificial intelligence also is taking over. If we give an essay, what will come out? It is only the computer language. It is artificial language, not a normal language. So this is what the teachers and the parents have to become aware, and children, you have to be very cautious. So that is why we sisters and teachers tell you not to use too much of mobile, because it disturbs your life. Then her mother, Ursula, right? It says that she was eminent virtues of modesty, extreme care for the children, and strict watch over the whole household. So when your parents are strict with you, it is because they want their children virtuous and grow in discipline. So it is very important for us to understand our mothers who are overprotective about us. Instead of rebelling, we need to know my mother is doing something good for me. So Mary Ward, the earliest picture of Mary Ward is in the Painted Life series. This is one of the pictures where Mary Ward speaks the word Jesus. So this was, you know that story, right? She was about to fall from the staircase, and what happened? Yeah, the mother was seeing that, and she said, "Oh my Jesus." So what did little Mary Ward turned and said? Might have said Jesus. Yes? Since it was the first word that she spoke, that means God's presence was there in Mary Ward right from the beginning. And I often tell you children that you should begin your studies in the name of God. Just before studies, all those who are finding difficulty in your examinations, what is the secret for success? At least Kathmandu units should know that. I have told many times in the school assemblies and even in FMW meet that we begin little bit time, close your eyes and ask God, God help me to study. And very often children came and told me, sister, after this I can remember. So from today onwards, children, you must know that you must start study. Just begin with a little prayer. God will give us the concentration. So this is Mary Ward's family home. She had the brothers and sisters in her life, just like our families are also filled with siblings and parents, grandparents. In the same way, Mary Ward too had a family, and her siblings were, can you read from there, all of you, loudly? David and Francis. I don't want to get more into their lives, though I know a little bit about them. But what I want to say, none of them got married. One of them became a priest, and most of them died young. And the sisters, her own sisters, became nuns, and one was in our own Mary Ward, and another one joined another convent. So Mary Ward's parents were really virtuous, gave away children to the faith and the service of the country. And Mary Ward's grandmother's name, you know that? Ursula, right. And she was also noted for virtues and she suffered imprisonment for 14 years. And it says that Mary Ward never saw her grandmother really going to bed, or every time she saw, when she went to bed, she was praying. Okay, when she was sleeping also, Mary Ward's grandmother was praying. And you know that famous story where Mary Ward wanted to give chicks to the prisoners? Yes, I can see all of them, yes, because most of our assemblies, we do this little event in Mary Ward's life. What are we learning from there? Today is the world of plenty. We need to have several dresses. Every party we need to have a new dress. And every time we need to have a new pen. And so many things. The world is with lot of plenty. And then here what we can learn is from our own plenty things we can also give it away, charity and love for the poor. So Mary Ward, from her favorite chicks, it was her favorite one, favorite pet, and still Mary Ward was ready to give it to the prisoners. Maybe at the time she wanted to really please her grandmother, but she began to learn the virtues in her life. Helping others became part of Mary Ward's life when she was a child. Then I want to talk about sometimes the friends that we create in our world. The friends also we have to choose in our life. It seems Mary Ward had an auntie. Her name was Alice Wright. She was a maternal aunt who was given into worldly life. And she was actually tempting Mary Ward also to become like that. In this event, what we can learn is Mary Ward really discerned what is right and wrong, and she understood Alice Wright did wrong. So Mary Ward also began to understand there is something good and bad in the world. We need to also think, become reflective. Whom are we keeping as our friends? Are they leading me to right path? Are they helping me to study? Are they helping me to grow more into my family, or are they taking me away from home, away from my studies, away from my principles? Such things we have to think. We have to become discerning children, discerning people, reflective. Not that you will keep many friends and keep them in your circle. Sometimes you have to choose. If they are not right, we need to have the courage to say no and to come into our life. So Alice Wright got married and got separated from Mary Ward, and that helped her actually to come back to the virtuous life. Here we have to learn, we can go wrong, but when we know that we are wrong, then what should we do? We need to come back to the right path. The next story is her grandfather dies, Robert Wright, and then she comes back to her own family. And then sometimes we become very proud. We are not very obedient to our parents. Mary Ward also had such tendencies. She was an ordinary child, just like us. So she asked her maid servant one day to carry her on the shoulder. She was already 10 years old. And then it is a type of pride, vanity. And then she asked the maid servant to carry her. Poor maid servant, was she able to carry her? She was not able. So what happened? Mary Ward had a fall. And then from there, when she fell, she thought within, if I could only say the name of Jesus, the name of God, then I'll get all right. What are we learning from here, children? We had earthquake, right? We are in a country where it is an earthquake-prone area. There's a lot of natural calamities, flash flood. We had last time in Biratnagar very badly, and we helped out. At this time, when we are in danger, whom should we think of? God. You need to ask God. We had a beautiful experience in Kathmandu. Gorkha, students from Gorkha was on a trip to Kathmandu. On a day the earthquake took place. And when the earthquake took place, all the children hugged each other in the street. And then they said a prayer. You know what prayer they said? Our Father, who art in heaven. They knew only that prayer. And children were very protected. They felt safe. So this is what we need to do. Mary Ward also took the name of God when she was in danger and when she was in difficulty. Another example for Mary Ward, when we are in difficulties, when we can't study, when we are in danger, all this time she prayed. In the same way, there was fire at Malvik. That house was on fire, and Mama Duke Ward and Esther Wright were outside the house. But the children were inside. You can see in the picture. And what is Mary Ward doing there? This last picture you see in the extreme left hand side. Mary Ward knelt down and made her siblings also to pray. You as children who are studying in St. Mary's schools with the spirituality of Mary Ward, this is what we need to do. We help others also to encounter God. When they are in difficulty, when you pray, what happens? When you pray, what happens? Others also see, hey, these children are praying and they are doing well. So we also need to pray. So before meal, before travel, before doing anything, what do we need to do? We need to pray to God, because Mary Ward did. And this is what we have to take in from Mary Ward's life. Now, most of you are in class 9 and 10, all of you, except maybe Biratnagar unit, some of you will be here. But you are in a time, you are in a kind of a crossroad where you have to choose something in your life. What am I to do at this point of my life? You are in class 10, most of you in class. How many of you are in class 10? 8 and 9. Oh, okay, 8 and 9. In the coming year, you have to choose what am I to do. Now itself you have to think, what am I going to do in my life? And you have to choose what is right for you. And you know how to choose? Do you know how to choose? From Mary Ward we can learn something. Mary Ward heard something from her, from a lady, and then she was living with her cousin Barbara Bakko, and a woman named Margaret Garrett was teaching the children stitching or something. At that time she was saying the stories about the religious life. So Mary Ward gets the inspiration to choose her life to be a religious. And here I am not telling you to choose religious life, but I am trying to tell you, when you are choosing your streams, science stream or management stream, and you have to choose, you have to think, what am I going to do in my life? How am I going to help my family, my society, my country? And what is the criterion for that? It is always if your mind is peaceful, and that is a kind of a message from God that you are choosing right. But if you are so much in conflict, then you have to know that it is coming from negative forces. So Mary Ward understood that she is called to be religious, and she was happy. I want you to look into this slide and see these questions and think little 2 minutes within you. Do you find any similarity in your behavior and of Mary Ward as a child? What have you learned from your father, mother and grandparents? What are the simple things that made Mary Ward's childhood happy? Which of them are freely available for you today? How far do you use them for your happiness? Now, from Mary Ward's childhood days, we know that she decided to become a religious, and she joined a religious life. And now I just want to summarize the whole life of Mary Ward, surrounded by the 3 key visions that she had from God. and extraordinary experiences that she had and how she lived that vision, that enlightenment from God into her daily life. I'll summarize it very soon, but little bit I want you to say, what are the 3 key visions of Mary Ward? Come on. Gloria vision, isn't it? You remember near the mirror? Yes, Gloria vision. The next vision, we don't talk too much to you because this vision maybe you don't understand much, but this is also a vision called take the same of the society. It means there is Jesuit fathers, you know, in Nepal. Jesuit Mission Saviour's fathers, you know them, some of you. St. Xavier's School. So these Jesuit fathers have got a spirituality. So that spirituality to be taken. Then the third vision is called just soul spirituality, just soul vision. Now what is just soul vision for us? We know freedom, justice, sincerity. These words we always speak. But today I want to just speak little about the freedom. If you look into it is very small, but I want to just read this. The felicity of this state for us, as much as I can express, was a singular freedom from all that could make one adhere to earthly things with a desire, with an entire application and apt disposition to all good works. Now I just want to speak little bit about that. Before that, I want to tell you this vision, she got it on All Saints Day. Why is it on All Saints Day? In Catholic Church, 1st of November is known as All Saints Day. Saints are the people who lived saintly life on this earth, like our sannyasis in the Himalayas. Okay, so why God gave her a vision? Because saints are like people filled with lot of virtues. What all the virtues put together in a person. Such type of a vision she had on that day. Now, this vision she had and she understood certain matters in her life. In order to just make you understand in a very simple form, you have heard about creation story in the Bible. Creation story. How many of you know creation story in the Bible? Adam, who was the first parents? Adam and Eve. Do you know where they lived? They lived in paradise. They lived in paradise. Now what is the specialties of the paradise at that time? Did they have to work? No, they were very happy. Lot of fruits everywhere, lot of food available. They didn't have to work. And another thing, they were very happy with God. Do you know those days God came down and talked to Adam and Eve. Then what was the other speciality? Did they have clothes like so many beautiful white, red, black, blue, all? They didn't have anything. They were perfectly naked. And then they were very comfortable with their body. They were not worried about what to wear, what to eat, where to go. And they had a very good relationship with God. They could speak to God. So this is what the paradise means. For us presently, what is a paradise? When I am comfortable with myself, with my body, with my beauty, with my hair, with my eyes, I am comfortable, right? Do you feel happy? When are you happy actually? When you feel good with yourself. And when you are very happy with your parents, they are doing everything right for you. You are in a right relationship with your parents. And what are the other times you feel happy? When you are in right relationship with your friends. When you are happy with your friends are not getting angry with you, there's a lot of friendships, then what happens? You are happy. So when you have a right relationship with others, you are in paradise. And very often when we get little sick, we are angry with God. Then we are not in a very happy mood. So that is also when we are in right relationship with God, I can talk to God, God is helping me. When that feel happens, what do you feel? I am in the paradise. And when the weather is pleasant like this today, what do we feel? We are in paradise today, right? It is not very cold. When we came down from Kathmandu, from Kathmandu here yesterday, we were very happy. I was very happy. What is the reason? I'm not complaining, oh, too cold, too hot. I'm not saying today. Because it is just right weather. We feel happy, very nice weather. So what happens? I am in right relationship with the nature. I am in paradise. But when this goes, these things, this few aspects, I am not in right relationship with myself, when I am not in right relationship with others, when I am not good with God and with the nature, what is the feeling? Paradise lost. So in the same way, Adam and Eve were in the paradise, and one day, one evil force came and told them to eat a particular fruit of the tree, which God had told not to eat. So Eve was tempted and she took the fruit. So what is the first sin in the world? What is the first sin in the world? Disobedience. So when you are disobeyed, your paradise is lost. Then what happened after some time? God came down from above and came to the garden and called Adam and Eve. What happened to Adam and Eve? They hid behind the tree. So God asked, why are you hiding? Then they are saying, what did they answer, They said, we are naked. So they were worried, they are self-conscious, they don't feel good about themselves anymore. And they were really not able to speak to God. Paradise is lost. And you know the story in the Bible, they were put out from the paradise, and God told them to work and work for your own life. So paradise was lost. How can we regain this paradise? When we are in right relationship with others. How will we have right relationship? When we are good with our body, what should you do? Drink water, eat well, sleep well, do the exercise. Then we feel good with our body. And when will you feel happy in the family and in the school? When you study well, when you do your homework daily, and when you make your parents, there is right relationship. And when you care for the nature also will give you back. When you pray, what happens? God will also be in right relationship with you. So this is the way we regain the paradise. And this is made what spirituality. Okay, this is what I want to tell you today. Since there is not much time, I can't go too much into it. Okay? So, how can we create this harmony? By creating a harmonious relationship with oneself, others, nature and God. So now the second virtue what I want to speak about is freedom. What is this freedom? Many words spoke freedom from all the things that make me adhere to these earthly things. You know Sadhguru, right? All of you know Sadhguru? How many of you know Sadhguru? Do you know how Sadhguru's wife died? Sadhguru's wife died when she decided to die on her own. It seems she just gave away the soul to God one day because she was happy to go to God and get mukti and salvation. So one evening, I don't know, one morning or evening, they were having meditation. She was struggling for some time. And Sadhguru saw his wife moving out of the room. And you all have got on the toes, the married women will have on the toes. What do you call it? A small ring. Yeah. So that ring she had, and when she came, she removed all her ornaments and that little ring from the toe. Everything is removed. She was sitting like this, went into samadhi, gave away her soul to God. and Sadhguru says she received her mukti, her salvation, her moksha she received. What touches me, I don't know, there is a lot of debates over that death of the wife, but what touches me most is something. She removed her ornaments, something that she is attached to. You ask your teachers who are here how much they really value the jewelry that they have. This attachments, children, these attachments which is adhering us to these earthly things. The real freedom is freedom from all the attachments. What are our attachments? You have to think. Students, what are your attachments? If I took away the mobile yesterday, last night from you, I could have seen beautiful faces this morning. How much you would have been angry with me, right? Yes? Because you are so attached to it. You can't live without that mobile. But that is destroying us also. If I had taken away the mobile, I am very sure most of you would have slept rightly. And today the body, the physical body would have been in a very good right relationship with our own body. We could have felt it. But that is no more there with us because we are attached to many things. Now children, today what I want to ask you, how many of you can make a decision for yourself that I need to get away from all my attachments? What are the things in which I am involved too much? And I don't have time to study, I don't have time to do exercise, I don't have time to relate with one another. So this is what you have to think a little bit. Okay? I hope you are with me? Yes. We are finishing. Okay, little more is there. When you are in this right relationship, when paradise gets regained, what happens? We are ready to do anything. You just think, your physical body is good today, you had a good sleep, you had a good exercise, you ate well, you had slept well, this morning you will be ready to do anything. But on a day when you are sick, what happens? Are you ready to do anything? No. Then if you are in right relationship with yourself, with God, with others, then what happens? You will be ready to do anything for anybody, for yourself, for others. That means studies, teaching, everything will come right. So this is Mary Watt's spirituality, which I want to put it in a simple words. That having a right relationship with God, with oneself, with others, that make ourselves ready to do anything, apt disposition for doing any good works in the world. And that is what we see in sisters. Now you can see Sister Gerard and Sister Natalie and all joined the congregation of Loretos and working for the others, apt disposition for the good works that is done all over the world. So you are seeing CJ sisters, Sister Flora is Loreto sister, we are doing good in Nepal. But all over the world also, sisters are doing good work. What is the reason? Because we understood the spirituality of Mother Mary Ward and which we can practice in our daily life. Her spirituality is not difficult to practice in daily life. All of us can follow this spirituality. It is nothing to do with the religion. Has it to do anything to do with the religion? No. All of you Hindus, Buddhists or Muslims, whoever you are here, all of us, our scriptures teach us to do something good for others and to have a good relationship. And what is our aim? The aim of our life? What is your aim? Mukti hai na? Mukti na adma ki na jane? Salvation. Salvation. What is salvation? Moksha. So for that only we are here to go to heaven. So how will we go to heaven? We go to heaven by doing good things and practicing virtues. Now maybe what's the next virtue? You know very much. It's always taught in the school. Sincerity. And we also know about justice. But what is justice? Justice is again having right relationship with everything. We come back to the freedom, inner freedom. When you have right relationship with everything, justice also is being done. When you see a poor, if you are compassionate, kind, and what is the justice to be done to him? From your plentifulness, we are supposed to give it to that person. So justice is also right relationship, this serenity. So these are the virtues that we learn from Mary Ward. Lastly, I want to almost conclude. What is it? Freedom, justice and sincerity, not separate virtues but intertwined. If you are internally free children, then you will have sincerity and also you will have justice. And what is it? All from God, all in God, all for God. So what do we say very often after prayer? All for the greater honor and glory of God. So we live. What is the meaning of our life? To live for the glory of God. So that is Gloria vision of Mary Ward, that she lived her life all for the greater honor and glory of God. Our own meaning of our life, the principle and foundation of our life is to give glory to God. So do you want to give glory to God? By following your own religious values, whatever your scriptures speak to you, this is the way, obey that and then follow those principles in your life and then you will give glory to God. So we are a circle of friends of Mary Ward. We are sisters and brothers in the one Mary Ward family, owning our common heritage. We, not I. So with this I conclude my words and I invite Sisters Nathalie and Geraldine to speak few words to them about what is happening in the world, something about the union, becoming one, or their own life story. So you will understand how Mary Ward has inspired this world. Are you all okay?
Yes.
Few more minutes, some more time they will take. With that we will conclude this session. So thank you for attending. In the beginning I saw little disturbance, but afterwards I saw very attentive faces. Thank you for your cooperation and
It's very lovely to be here with you today in Nepal, in your most beautiful country. Thank you for the warm welcome, and a special thank you to Sister Benita, to our CJ sisters, IBDM, and to all our staff and students. As Sister Benita, I'm most grateful for your words this morning, and as I go through life, I am continually learning about Mary Ward. Just because I'm a Loreto sister, that doesn't mean I know everything about Mary Ward. So every day there's something new that I learn about her. And as Sister Benita was speaking, I was reminded again, sometimes I find myself getting a little bit, in Australia we say, out of kilter. Do you know that saying? Or off centre, or things don't feel quite right within ourselves. And the important thing there is that I notice that happening. And I do like a little checklist. I say, why am I feeling like this? What's going on? And all of a sudden I sort of think to myself, gosh, I haven't been as faithful to my prayer life. Or I haven't been taking some time for myself, some space. I haven't had my quiet time. Or maybe I haven't perhaps been drinking and eating so well or sleeping so well. So all of us, not just students, but all of us, whether it's me or Sister Benita, Sister Flora, Sister Nina, all of us, every single one of us, we need to check in again with ourselves, because we do become a little bit off kilter, a little bit off centre, and we need to ask ourselves, what do we need to do to help us to find that balance? once again, to be back in equilibrium with ourselves, with creation, with one another, and with our God. And the theme of your today is knowing Mary Ward more. And when I thought of that theme, I thought, gosh, why did I even come? Or how did I even come to know Mary Ward? Or why did I even decide to join religious life? And in fact, each one of us in this room could ask that question. Why did I decide to become a friend of Mary Ward? Just take a moment and think, why did you become a friend of Mary Ward? And the sisters too, why did you become a friend of Mary Ward that then led you to join religious life? Because I do believe, and I was reflecting on this when I was listening to Sister Benita, that it's when we come to know that, and it will keep being deepened within us, that when we keep looking at that answer or that response, we will continue to know something more about who this woman is, about who Mary Ward is. So for me, I joined religious life because at that time, back in my 20s, there was something about this search, a search for the more. And it was a search for the more within God. I was quite happily teaching at the time, teaching Year 7 to 9 students in a secondary school. And I remember standing up at the blackboard, in those days you had blackboards in Australia, and I loved my students. And every day I looked forward to going to school. So it wasn't that I was unhappy with what I was doing. In fact, I was very happy. But deep within me, I felt that there was something more. And that resonated when within me when I read the story of Mary Ward. And she has this one quote, which is, "Be such as you appear, and appear such as you are." It's about finding your truth, about finding who you are. What is your desire? Who are you called to be? Because I do actually believe that when we know our deepest desire, when we know who we truly are, and I think it's a lifelong journey, that is also God's desire for us and who God has actually called us to be. The two go hand in hand. We can keep saying, what does God desire? But as in that dance that I think the students from St. Mary's did, with the realism and idealism, it's about knowing yourself very, very deeply. Because there within each one of us, we also discover God. There is God within each one of us. And that was Mary Ward's sincerity. Be such as you appear and appear such as you are. And I've always hung on to that. And sometimes when I question things, or I'm a little uncertain, I go back to that. But that's the journey I'm on. Yours might be a little bit different, but ask yourself that question. Why did I decide to become a friend of Mary Ward? Because therein lies a little bit more of your understanding of who Mary Ward actually was and continues to be. And then the song, Lead Us On, Mary Ward. Now that song is very dear to my heart. Initially I found it very hard to sing because of the high notes and the beat and the tune of it. But over the years I've grown to love it. Partly too because the composer of that song is Sister Deirdre Brown. And Sister Deirdre is an Australian sister, and I've lived with Deirdre for a number of years in Australia, and I consider her one of my closest friends. She's 87 years of age, but she's someone who even in Calcutta, even in Kathmandu. I actually phoned her and had a conversation with her. She's a woman of wisdom. And the more I listened to that song, the more I realised that in those words, if I really stop to reflect on them and to try and tease out the significance of those words, I can discover so much more about Mary Ward and about myself. So I wrote them down last night. You know, who is this woman? We can ask that question of her. We can use this as a prayer. And in fact, one of the little schools I went to, sorry I can't remember the names of places, the staff got up and spoke this song in the form of poetry. And it was just beautiful to hear it being spoken, to hear it as a prayer in a different way. And I realised, gosh, we can really take this song and reflect upon it and pray with it. You know, where has she come from? Now, Sister Benita has told us the history of Mary Ward, where she came from, Yorkshire in England. But you can sort of answer that too in an abstract way. Where has she come from? Meaning, what sort of heart did she have? What led her to do what she did? What is she saying to us? So there's something there about her disposition of her heart, going within, knowing her true self. She had her eyes fixed ahead. She was set on her goal. It wasn't just any goal. It wasn't that I want this and I will do that. It was something that came from within her that was much, much deeper. And bearing her secret within. Sometimes she couldn't reveal it. Sometimes she just had to hold that secret until it ripened, until it became the right time for her to speak. You know, who is this woman? Where is she going? Do you think Mary Ward imagined herself going to all the different countries? And yet she has. Her charism, her spirituality is so alive in so many different countries. Her charism, her spirituality is so alive here in Nepal, through you. Why is she travelling so far? So wonder why her spirituality has travelled so far. For what purpose? And then there's that sense of striding out. So you can imagine her striding out, spirited and strong. So she's not necessarily now taking the physical steps, but you can imagine musical notes. Striding out, spirited and strong, touching the hearts and minds of men and women all over the world, pursuing its dream to its end. Now, who is this woman and what is she thinking? What's leading her on? And here's the strength of her spirit and the love of her Lord. This is what keeps her going. She was faithful to her prayer, and so that sense of the love of her Lord really spurred her on, really inspired her, really gave her the courage. And then, this is where the dance and the song come back. It's we are this woman. When we have the courage to stand up for what we believe, speaking the truth, trusting in God, acting for freedom and justice. So it's not just Mary Ward out there, it's Mary Ward in each one of us. That we too are Mary Ward. Her spirit, her charism is in each one of us. And when you think of her spirituality, it has to be a living thing. It has to come to life, otherwise it's not going to go anywhere. It has to keep on evolving. And so as we evolve, as we delve into life, as we discover who we are, Mary Ward is also coming more to life. The gospel, God, is coming more to life. And then just finally, I like this, together for a better tomorrow. And in a sense, when I was looking at that, I was thinking, gosh, that's a bit of, or not a bit, it's a lot of becoming one. So Sister Geraldine, Flora, Gunga and myself, we are IPB and Loretto sisters. And our CJ sisters we know as Mary Ward sisters. But we have the one foundress, Mary Ward. So we have the one charism, the one spirituality, the one way of being. And even though in some parts of the world, the two lots of sisters, CJ and IBBN, have never met, and some not long ago didn't even know that the other actually even existed. But we are actually one. And in the coming years, we will be coming together as the one congregation for this, together for a better tomorrow. And I think as friends of Mary Ward, which you're chosen to be, you are also part of that becoming. It's not only the sisters, but you think you have CJ, Friends of Mary Ward, here in Nepal. I'll use Australia as an example. We have Friends of Mary Ward in Australia. Now they're Loretto. Somehow, all of those groups have to become one as well. So the becoming one is not just something that affects the sisters. We're all part of that. And it's so that we can actually have a better future for tomorrow. And just the one last final thing. When I've done a lot of thinking about the becoming one, and I was sharing this with Pradeepa, Sister Pradeepa in Kathmandu, as we were driving one day. And what I realised was, or this is my understanding of it, you might think differently, but what I realised was that I don't simply become CJ. It doesn't work like that. Because just like I mentioned before, our Mary Ward charism is a living, evolving charism. So for me it makes sense that we become CJ together, which means, as I understand, everybody is moving together, moving forward for a better future in the spirituality and charism of Mary Ward. So now when I think of becoming one, I think of becoming CJ together. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It's been a long morning for all of you, and I would not like to speak anymore. However, I would like to say a special thanks to Sister Vinita and Sister Marilyn for inviting us over here, and to all our CJ sisters. I think it is, though there was some hesitation for us to be here, but we made it, and I'm glad we made it. And thank you for this opportunity. The only thing I would like to say is, as Sister Vinita just mentioned before she left, that we will share about what's happening with becoming one. How many of you know that this is becoming one is happening? What is our path? Becoming one. Oh, Bisaima, hamle yo kura garesa becoming one. Loretto sister ra, CJ sister ra, Bisaima. Any students? Do you know? Or unity? Okay. Khasma ke ho je becoming one. I'll speak in Nepali also and English also, so that you can understand more clearly. The becoming one is the two congregations coming together. Okay, the two congregations. Loretto sisters, how many of you have heard about Loretto sisters? Children? Quite a few of them. Okay. So Loreto sisters and the CJ sisters, of course, you know all of them. This is here in Nepal, but it is happening worldwide. So, and Sister Natalie and myself are in Rome, and as we are there representing the Loreto sisters, there are sisters from CJ congregation. Together, we work together, we have our meetings together, trying to work this process. But it is also happening at ground level. And this is what is happening here. One of the things that I saw for you as St. Mary's, from Pokhara, from Lubu, from Biratnagar, from Kathmandu, from Jamshedpur. So all of you have come here together. It's kind of one becoming one for you in a small micro level for just the CJ St. Mary's Nepal. Similarly, this is a wider concept, but two different congregations all over the world. So you belong to a very big family of Mary Ward. So, dear students, I think it is a great privilege and you are blessed to have this opportunity to get to know Mary Ward at this level. I think, Loreto sisters, we don't have in our schools Friends of Mary Ward for students. And when I went around, I went to Allahabad and I interacted with the students from Allahabad, St. Mary's. So I was really impressed, and I think it's a good opportunity to grow into the spirit of Mary Ward. So I go with this, and I wish you the blessings of Mary Ward. May you grow in her freedom, sincerity, and justice, the way she did justice, and bring that joy, the felicity that she talks about, the joy. We are to bring the joy to people around us, to the world. So thank you very much, and God bless each one of you. Namaste.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for a well-deserved lunch. Savor your meals, engage in conversation, thereby get to know each other, and recharge for the afternoon session. Thank you.
I am a musician. Coming from Kathmandu. Playing on the guitar. Jing 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 jing. 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 Jing 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 jing. Jing 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 jing. Hey, umba 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 umba. Umba 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 umba. Umba 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 umba. Umba 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 umba. Umba umba umba. Umba umba umba. I got to see and hear the joy of the youngsters. We have so many youngsters standing here and singing. Come on. I am a musician. Coming from Kolkata. Playing on the drum. Dum 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 dum. 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 Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Hey, umba 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 umba. Come on, look together. Umba 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 umba. Umba 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 umba. Umba umba umba. I am a musician. Coming from Lubu. Playing on the violin. Viola, viola. Viola, viola. Viola, viola. Viola, viola. Viola, viola. Viola, viola. Hey, umba 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 umba.
and delve into the rich content awaiting. Next on our agenda, get ready for an engaging session with Sister Jessie. She will be guiding us through a game aimed at fostering bonds and getting to know each other better.
So once again, good afternoon children and the teachers and sisters. Good You already heard my voice. You know, I have a very heavy voice and also a heavy head. But still, I want to make the heart lighter for all of us. And that's why we are together here again. And as we saw in the PPT, I think, and also Sister Vinita repeated that these 2 days we have come together to know Mary what more. And I would add to that, it is also to know one another more. The present Mary words. You are the present Mary words. And when we know our fathers, Venerable Mother Mary Word, along with that, we also know one another a little more. So I would like to start with a short video clip. Yes, please.
Two friends were walking through the desert. At one stage in their journey, they had an argument and one friend slapped the other one in the face. The one who got slapped was hurt. But without saying anything, he wrote in the sand, "Today my best friend slapped me in the face." They kept on walking until they found an oasis, where they decided to have a wash. The one who had been slapped got stuck in the mire and started drowning, but his friend saved him. After he had recovered from his shock, he wrote on a stone, "Today my best friend saved my life." The friend who slapped and saved his best friend asked him, "After I hurt you, you wrote in the sand and now you write in stone. Why?" The other friend replied, "When someone hurts us, we should write it down in sand, where winds of forgiveness can erase it away. But when someone does something good for us, we must engrave it in stone, where no wind can ever erase it." And the moral of the story is, you should value those who you have in your life more than the things or your pride that you have in your life.
Could you hear the video? Yes. Anything that touched you from this video, please share.
We should value the person we have in our life.
Okay, value the person whom God has given us in our life. Yes.
We should forgive everyone.
Forgive everyone. Yes.
This is fine.
Anything else that we learned from this video? I think, since I am standing here, popular children feel free and they are answering. I want others also to answer. Lubo, anybody? Anything, and one thing that you learned from it.
We should know the value of a friend.
Value of a friend, good. Kathmandu. Something that touched you from this video. Yeah, just. Okay, they did not see Aditya. Gorka. Gorka children. Biratnagar children. Yes.
We should always treasure the things like which have always helped us, or people who always help us. We have to treasure them
Okay, treasure whatever God has given us in our life. Good. Sit down. Since Kathmandu children did not ask Kathmandu principal.
There is a strong bond between these two friends.
Very good. So, Kathmandu principal has answered exactly what I wanted. Bonding. And that is what we are going to do in the next few minutes. Bonding. Now, what is the meaning of bonding? What is bonding? Good. It's a relationship, the connection that we have between us, that we have among us. And do you think that we need this bonding or the relationship or the connection between and among us? Yes. Why do we need bonding? Why do we need bonding? To make our relationship stronger. Yes. To know each other better. Yes. So, as we know, we are come from Kathmandu, Lubu, Gorka, Pokhara, and from here, Biratnagar. And till last night, or maybe for some, this morning, many of us were almost strangers to each other. And you, Pokhara and Kathmandu slept in the same room, Gorka and Lubu slept in the same room. So I am sure you have started the bonding a little bit. You have started it from that room. And those studying in same St. Mary's schools,
Please listen to me.
we don't know each other enough. All of you are going out of Nepal, you will say we are all migrants. But how much do we know each other? I was very happy when I heard Jayame saying, you really started the bonding during the lunch break. That was a good introduction for this session. And now we are going to spend almost 2 days together here. We meet each other and sometimes else we can go back home as we came. Do we want that? Do we want to go back home as we came? I am happy to hear that we want to go back home, becoming a little more wise, a little more enriched, and a little more grown. And above all, I want to say, making our love circle, friendship circle, a little more wide. And do you think we need to, or do you want to do that? Yes. Or do we want to only limit our friendship to this much? No. Okay. So I will give you one small exercise. Please choose a partner. One Kathmandu girl will choose a girl from Gorka. Not the same girl. So choose any one partner. Okay. Please stand with your partner and look at the board. Look at the board and read the first question. Shall partner about your home, your parents, siblings, what do they do, where they are, whatever you want to share with this new partner about your family.
Conversation with your partner.
Just change your partner. You come here, you go there, change the partner. Just change the partner. You will share the second question that is on the board about your school. From which school you are, which class are you in, your favorite subject, your difficult subject, your favorite teacher, your most disliked teacher, and what do you find difficult in your school, and your friends. This is little gossip among women. FMW. How has being in FMW helped you or not helped you? Changed you or not changed you? Please change the partner. Please change the partner. Please change your partner. Your partner? Your partner? Office lobby there, we will gather there and we will continue the gossiping differently. So please go down. From here directly we go down. No old partners. I will demonstrate. Please come with one potato. Maybe we will go there and. Demonstration is being done here. Miss, sir, music go. it with your forehead. And hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, start. Say. And you can use the whole ground. This is trial, okay? Trial. Okay, come on. Trial. Okay, did you get it? Okay, now we start. 1, 2, 3, start the game.
FMW.
If you drop the potato, you are out of the game. Those who drop it, please come and sit here. Teachers, those who drop, please bring them here. Those who drop, they are out of the game. Those who drop the potato, come here. Let us see who will win. Please don't hold each other. Hands free. Come on. Let us practice. Yes. Come on. To give them some small token. Now, the next game is yes. Total there are 50 or 60? 60. Okay, we will make 6 groups. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it clear? 10 is over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Please start recording. One. Number ones, please come there. Please go there. All the number ones. All the number ones. Come here. Two from Kathmandu. Any two from Kathmandu. Any two from Lubu. Any two from Pokhara. Any two from Biratnagar. Any two from Gorka. Stand in a circle there. Any two from Pokhara. Any two from Lubu. Any two from Kathmandu. Go. Now third group. Any two from Kathmandu. Pokhara, Lubu, Biratnagar, or Kathmandu. Okay. Now, listen carefully the game. Wait, whatever thing is available on you, make the longest line possible. And you can be creative. The longest line possible. Even you yourself can be part of it. You yourself can be part of the line. You be creative. Let us see your creativity. Be more creative. Whatever thing is possible on your body and also you yourself. Be more creative. Be more creative. You can still be more creative. Now the teachers will see which line is the longest. Please measure the line. Now look at your feet. Please measure this line. Jayamis is measuring that with your feet. Suman sir, please measure this line. We don't know.
If you can do
बरसा बिजुली सावन को पानी चिसो मौसम छ
Congratulations to all. So the voting for today is over. So thank you and congratulations to all. So the voting for today is over. Now you can dance.
को पानी चिसो मौसम छ तातो जवानी हे मुटु मेरो दुख्न थाल्यो नि छाना मेरो सुक्न थाल्यो नि माया रहेछ नि मायाको खती मायाको खती हे मायाको खती
Okay. Stay wherever you are. You all know the game Fire in the Mountain. We will go back to our primary classes. Teachers also. Okay. Fire in the mountain. 1, 2, 1. Fire in the mountain. Fire in the mountain. Fire in the mountain. Fire. Oh, those were out and out. Out, 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 out. Okay. Fire in the mountain. Fire in the mountain. Go. Fire in the mountain. Fire in the mountain. 8 and a half. 8 and a half. Half. Be creative. 8 and a half. Here. No, out, 8 and a half. Okay, fire in the mountain. 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 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 2 and a half. Okay, I think now we stop, otherwise you will not get time for your shopping.
Conducting the games and making us, we enjoyed it a lot. Thank you. Big hand. Thank you, sister. I applaud your unwavering commitment and dynamic engagement in all these activities. The echoes of today's discussion and connection resonate, setting the stage for a promising day to reflect on these endeavors, recharge and anticipate another day of collective buildings tomorrow. Until then, rest well and stay inspired. Thank you. Now there's a break.
There is tea break just now. Please go to the candy and get the
After that, what time will I have?
a bag full of money.
Bag full of money. Sister, please say
Let's go. They are all mixed up.